Good afternoon, Tigers. My name is Hunter Blodgett, and I'm here with your campus weather forecast. We got a fair bit to talk about. First thing being the above average temperatures to start off our work week, and then after that, some dry conditions that are going to help elevate fire danger today and tomorrow, followed by a bunch of widespread showers beginning as early as Wednesday. But first, let's get through the here and now. We're sitting at 52 degrees in Columbia, partly cloudy, and those clouds will be continuing to build in over the next few hours, especially as we're getting all the way up to 81 just around 4 p.m. And then if we want to look at where those clouds are coming from, right now we're seeing them coming from mainly the Kansas and Nebraska area, pushing into our area. They'll be hanging around really all day today. The only chance we'll see of any clearing would be overnight tonight into those morning hours tomorrow. And then after that, those clouds will be coming right back into our area throughout most of the day Tuesday. And then that's not the only thing that we're going to be talking about, as there's also a bunch of wind in this time frame as well, all coming from the south. And just because they're coming from the south doesn't mean there's really any moist air with it. In fact, this is actually a bunch of dry heat wind that's going to be coming from the south, as we're seeing these wind speeds getting anywhere from the mid to high teens into the maybe even lower 20s as you look to areas off the west today. And then it gets even more windy tomorrow, getting all the way up into the mid 20s, maybe even touching the 30s again as you continue looking to the west. Then if you want to couple that with the drier conditions that we are seeing throughout most of Missouri, that will be conducive of more elevated fire weather. But luckily those fire weather conditions will not be lasting so long, as we have chances of rain immediately following that on Wednesday throughout the day hours. It'll only be really isolated to widely scattered before skyrocketing to a more very likely scenario in the night hours of Wednesday. And then after that, there's just a little bit of clearing, some calm weather following that before we get into even more rain chances kicking off our weekend for the time being, though. Let's quickly recap before we get into any of that. Today, we're seeing a high of 83 degrees. Those winds out of the south around 17 miles an hour. So still very, very breezy. Those fire weather conditions are still in place for today and tomorrow. So I would make sure that you limit any sort of activities with any sort of pyro. Tonight, 67 is our low. Those clouds are going to be keeping in some of that heat, which is why we're not going to be seeing it get as cold as it has been on previous nights. And then as you push into tomorrow, like I said, a very breezy day tomorrow with a high of 84. And then after that, we'll slowly start to cool back down as we get into Wednesday with those afternoon showers, getting all the way down into the 50s for our high on Thursday before warming back up, as long as with rain chances also returning over the weekend.